Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
And there's another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU. Tuscaroras needs a point. And it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
For the second straight night, it is the 1 seed and the 2 seed. Two great organizations, two sets of amazing players, but only one group can walk out of here as champion. Coming to you live from Lakewood High School, this is the 18U Sam Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. 5-0 Ohio Elite, 4-0-1 Release Vs Ohio. Let's play baseball. Should be a great matchup on hand tonight. The lights will be coming on very soon at Lakewood High School. The stars are already here. A lot of college commits on these rosters. The pitching matchup, Davis going to Brighton and Stratton. Laparo going to Thomas More. It is going to be a fun night of baseball under the Lakewood sky. What a group, Ohio Elites. Basically 10 kids available for this championship game. Backs against the wall. They've stayed true to who they are as an organization and a group, and they're going to go and try to fight for the badge today to end this streak that Release has had. Their stronghold on the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament. 15U won yesterday, 16U is underway. It is two Release teams battling for the crown in Jones and Garcia. OEB trying to be the odd ones out. Time locally is 8:03 p.m. as that ball is to the backstop. We are underway with some Monday Night Baseball. It's Trey Powers, Braden Harrison, and Bobby Berglund, 1, 2, and 3 due up for Release to begin the game. They are the 2 seed. They are the visitors in this matchup. Here comes the 1-0 from Davis, and it'll miss high for ball 2. Gavin Davis did catch in game number 1. Got pulled towards the end in place of Gio Moppins. And that was for him to warm up if he needed to come in. The 2-0 connects for strike 1. Trey Powers in the leadoff spot, one of the best leadoff guys in this 18U division. He has been outstanding, and as a rising senior now, he looks to just continue that form into his senior campaign as a Wildcat. Gavin Davis figuring it out, though. 2 consecutive strikes to even things up on the lefty Powers. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter. Davis comes set and fires. Swing and a light tip. So Powers will stay alive by just the end of the bat. But something tells me this is going to be an all-time great championship game Again, two great organizations, two great teams. Only one team, though, can be champion. Once more, Davis is 2-2. It'll skip away from Moppins behind the plate, and we are full. Brian Lapp in the EH spot also can catch, but since he pitched today, odds are he will not be in that position. So full count 3-2 on Trey Powers. Davis to try and win the at-bat. He will not. It's ball 4, and Trey Powers will take his base. The leadoff man easily aboard for release Dulcimaccio. And that'll turn things over to Braden Harrison, the second baseman. Harrison, some good swings in the last game, but the hero for release ended up being Matt McKee, the right fielder. Some great plays out there. He'll play in right again in this championship game. He made the difference, a 2 RBI double. Harrison coming out aggressive, swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Game number 3 of our championship series. But this one is for all the marbles. But this has been a fun championship weekend. 2 titles, 1 weekend. It doesn't happen all too often. Davis is 0-1, swing and a miss. Chasing the high heat is Harrison. This past high school season, Braden Harrison, number 36, played for North Ridgeville, first team SWC, and all county honors. Batted .300 with 17 RBIs for the Rangers as they went 12-11 on the year. Davis is 0-2. Harrison will chop it over towards third. It's going to be a tough throw across the diamond, and it is going to be picked just in time for out number 1. A close play over at first base, but Higgins' throw just is there. And you look at the man at third base, or rather that was Webb's throw to DeFranco. DeFranco, one of the taller players in the lineup today for OEB. They need all of that height to make that play. It's just the stature that helps him out so much. And now Bobby Berglund will step in the 3 spot in this game, moving up just a little bit. Berglund has been so good this entire tournament, one of the strongest defensive players and offensive players combined. If you equally weighted each half of the game, you might say he is, average for average, the best player on the field. The now rising senior out of University School has been that impressive this year. Davis is 0-1, a nice block behind the plate by Moppins. Every block is going to matter a little bit more in this championship game. A good first one there for the senior out of Wycliffe High School. And the team is definitely going to be picking him up as much as they can behind the plate if he has to put on a clinic. Count even 1-1. The pitch to Berglund is fouled off towards the OEB dugouts. That'll make it 1-2. A walk and a ground out so far in the top of the first inning for Release's offense. In the on-deck circle, it'll turn to the hero from game number 1 of the day for Release in Matt McKee. Davis taking his time before the 1-2. And it is going to just get behind Moppins off of his glove. Maybe if he was able to frame that one, maybe, just maybe, you're looking at a strikeout. Definitely close on the top corner of the zone, and that pitch has been given quite a bit today. We've had the same crew, just a new guy behind the plate for this game. The same field umpire, though, who was behind the plate last time. Runner goes on the 2-2. Pitch is high, and there is no challenge over at third. So Trey Powers will get his stolen base, and the opening run is now 90 feet away for Release. Full count 3-2 on Bobby Berglund. And here comes the payoff pitch. Berglund gets underneath it, flying it foul down the right field line. And DeFranco will see it out of play, and will do it again. Already in the top of the first inning, 1 down, we are out of baseballs. Always an issue with these games. It always happens. Count remains full on Berglund, 3-2. The catcher looking to give Release the first lead of the game. But it's strike three looking. Davis puts it in there perfectly at the bottom of the zone for strike three, and out number 2 with it. Gavin Davis, first punchy of the day, and it's a big one. Now with 2 away, flashing back to the last game, it is the walk-off hero Matt McKee stepping in. The former Wildcat of Ignatius committed to go and play at Baldwin Wallace in the fall / spring. More spring, but of course there is some fall efforts, and I think Coach Harrison is going to do that more and more as the years go on. I said it yesterday, I think he has what it takes to take his team not only to Eastlake, but to walk out of there with the big trophy. The 1-0, McKee, a good rope down the left field line and through. It'll be 1-0 release. McKee looking to make it a double, and he will slide on in. Back-to-back games with an RBI double for Matt McKee, and that is a great way for Release to begin wreaking havoc in the championship game. Just perfectly driven down the line again. His placement has been superb today. And just like that, Release doing what they do best, competing and scoring in the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championship. Doesn't matter which team it is sporting the logo, they make it happen. And now here comes Jack Collins, the 6'7" first baseman. Collins taking ball 1. This game starting officially, at least the count started at 8. So with a 2.5-hour time limit, 10:30. That's the end of our time, which definitely does hurt a little bit. The 1-0 bounces in. Moppins with the block. Throw down to third. It is perfect. And that will retire the side. What a throw behind the dish from Gio Moppins. He has been stepping up with the blocks and now steps up with his arm. We'll watch this one back on the replay to make sure he got him, but it looked pretty convincing from our angle. What you want to see after a rocky start allowing a run, your catcher steps up and bada bing, bada boom. To the bottom of the first inning we go. Laparo getting warm on the mound for Release. He will take on the top of OEB's order, Lasecki, McGrath, and Webb. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. It is Xavier Lasecki leading off for OEB in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 Release on top as you are watching the Sam Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championship game on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. This is a big spot for Sam Laparo coming in to pitch this game for Release, looking to will them to this victory. And so far, so good. 2 consecutive strikes for the former Wildcat going to Thomas Moore in the fall. And he wants to go 3 for 3. Laparo takes his time before the 0-2. Lasecki, though, able to piece it over towards short. The throw to 1 from Twardokis is on the money. It's 1 up, 1 down on a nice stretch from Jack Collins. Again, the tallest player that you will see today, standing at 6'7", 225. If there is ever a bang-bang play at first and you need a stretch, he is going to make it happen. And same thing, but stopping the ball from going into the outfield. If you need the ball knocked down in the infield, you turn to the shortstop, Cole Twardokis. We saw it in game number 1, and we will see it continually through game number 2, in my opinion. He just looks so good out there at short, so strong and really relentless. Leparo's 1-0 to McGrath. Also off the plate for ball 2. The lights now coming on at Lakewood High School. Does take them a few minutes to get fully warmed up, but it is getting dark in a hurry, and we are ready to combat it with some light. Leparo's 2-0, a good drive down the left field line, but it is going to go well foul. Count now set to 2-1. A good first aggressive swing from Owen McGrath, the center fielder, but just needs to find a way to straighten it out. The 2-1 is off for ball 3. After McGrath, it goes to Tucker Webb, the Lake Erie commit. A lot of good Division II guys on this roster. Leparo's 3-1. Sharp grounder over towards first. It is Collins taking it himself and just beating out McGrath for out number 2. Really didn't have to do too much there. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. Just step on the bag and throw it back to the pitcher. So with two-way, we will see Tucker Webb for the first time in game number 2. Just finished up his senior campaign over at Keystone High School, a 16-11 campaign for the Wildcats. And he will drill this one into left field, but it will be caught directly to Leo D'Angelo. And it is a 1-2-3 defensive stand for Release. To the top of the second inning we go. 1 inning complete in this championship game. It is Release courtesy of their hero from game number 1, Matt McKee, up 1-0 on OEB. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. One inning down in the Sam Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championship game for the 18U Division. 1-0 Release on top. Who else but Matt McKee to get the job done? Well, maybe Jack Collins as he drills this one deep to right field, and it is going to fall just in fair territory. Collins cruises to second and is easily in with a lead-off double. Release becoming a double factory today in Lakewood. He absolutely shot that ball off the fence. That nearly hooked foul as well. It would have been so unfortunate for them if it did, but by golly, he got every bit of that baseball, and from there, it was just a foot race to get over to second, and he was not going to lose that foot race. So the leadoff man is on now for Leo D'Angelo, the left fielder. Ended up making the final out of the top, or rather the bottom of the inning. It went ground out to Twardokis, ground out to Collins, ground out to D'Angelo. And speaking of Twardokis, we will see him in the on-next circle. So with that in mind, the 3 men due up here for Release are the 3 who had putouts in the bottom of the first inning. Doesn't happen all too often. The 0-1 fouled back. So quickly 0-2 on D'Angelo, who has had his fair share of nice cuts this weekend. The junior just finished up his season over at St. Ed's. More of an outfield piece now for St. Ed's, but a really good outfield piece at that. Davis is 0-2. Breaks it in for strike 3 looking. 1 down. Needed one to fall in the zone, and he will get his second punch out looking tonight. Both Ks looking. We talked about it earlier. This is a spot where you really want, if you are released, to get swinging strikeouts. You don't want the strikeouts, but if they are unavoidable, you want to go down swinging opposed to going down with the bat on your shoulders. And now here comes Twardokis as he will swing and miss. To go over that impressive stat line one last time. 342 average, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 4 long balls, and 30 RBIs for a 21-8 Hawk and Hawk squad in his junior season. He was absolutely outstanding again for the boys out of Gates Mills. The 0-1 wide. But for those just tuning in, beautiful night for baseball in Lakewood, just like last night. I feel like today was better, though. I think it was just a little bit cooler despite having a higher thermometer read at the peak of the heat. Again, the box here, though, 10 to 15 degrees cooler. I like it that way. The 1-1, Twardokis fouls it off towards First Federal. It's annoying to walk over there, yes, but I got a nice picture of just both complexes from right where the restrooms are inside the football field. It's a beautiful athletic complex here at Lakewood, and especially as the sun is setting, just a beautiful view. On your left, the baseball diamond. On the right, the beautiful new turf. Both new turf, for that matter. Davis takes his time here as Twardokis will call Simon a stalemate. Looking ahead in our broadcast schedule, join us on Wednesday beginning at 11 a.m. at Kent State for some college tour action as a part of our 965 Midwest action coverage. Davis is 1-2. It's there for strike 3 looking. All 3 strikeouts so far today for Gavin Davis have been looking. After that leadoff double from Jack Collins, it is 2 consecutive punch-outs. And to keep the inning going, it turns to Mason Saravac, the EH. You looked at how this one started, you were definitely thinking, okay, Release is going to score somehow, or at least move Collins up before there is an out. Do something. But instead, 2 outs at the plate, and Collins still stands at second. But not for long, as that ball is passed, Collins will get to third, and he will stop there. Just a nice job reading the down angle, and Coach Dolcimaccio will greet him with a fist bump down the line at third. Just like last night's championship as well, it is 2 teams undefeated on the year, albeit one team does have a tie, that being Release. 4-0-1 is not too shabby. And with a win, they would match Release Edwards' 5-0-1 start. Saravac rounds it up the middle over towards short. You got to have it here, and OEB does. A nice throw out from Chuko at short to retire the side and keep it 1-0 entering the bottom of the inning. We'll watch that one back on the replay. A nice job charging that ball, getting around it. The defense, again, impressive today. No matter where you look, you are going to be impressed by both teams, and we have been so far. And there is the throw from Chuko, picking up DeFranco over at first. A job well done. To the bottom of the second we go. Release up 1-0 on OEB. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. To the bottom of the second inning we go. 4 through 6 due up. Lapp, DeFranco, and Davis for OEB. Batting 10, having 10. This is going to be a tall task for them, but They're up to the challenge to try and get their first base runner. Patience is going to be key, too. If Laparo is not on point, don't give him anything else to work with. 2-0 count to begin on Lap, the EH, who pitched a gem in the last one. Grounder over towards second, just getting past Laparo. The play at first, it is in time for out number one. There is the late confirmation from the field umpire. A bang-bang play. Lap just couldn't leg it out in the end. And a nice put out from Braden Harrison at second base. We'll see this one back here real quick just to make sure we agree with the decision. Of course, there is no video replay at this level. But just a dribbler over there. But that ball is going to be shot up the middle. So as we return to the live feed, it'll be a one-out single for DeFranco. A nice shot right back to where it came from. First base runner, first hit of the day for Ohio Elites. And they needed that, as that'll bring us to Gavin Davis, the pitcher. Again, a Twinsburg alum now. After all that group went through, making it to the state championship game a couple years back in 2024. Just a really good story. And of course, now they have the Coach Luca project over there to try and get a whole new stadium built, including some turf. Exactly what they want to do to remember their longtime skipper. And they've played for him for a couple of years now, trying to make him proud. And I'm sure they have. And going there last week, just seeing all the 21 stickers just shows how much he meant to that community. First pitch to Davis, taken for strike one. After Davis, it would go to Feather, the second baseman. Laparo dialing back in. His 0-1. A light tap there from Davis, but it goes foul. Release really giving nothing right now, and this is going to become very, very similar to a championship we saw last year, OEB Rundgren versus Premier Boris. A 1-0 pitcher's duel. Could easily become that here. The 0-2 wide. But that was one of the best games that we saw all year. I believe a sac fly was the difference. You really wouldn't think it would be, but it was. Just two really good ball clubs going back and forth. I can tell you from memory, Garrett Broadwater versus Scott DeMarco. Charleston versus Cincinnati on the mound in that game. It was incredible. They both had the pitching for that. On Father's Day, no less, under the lights at Tri-C. The 1-2, a good swing, but foul. I'm sure this goes without saying, considering how much we saw Ohio Elite last summer. This is not going to be the last time we see this group. I can say that with relative certainty going forward. Whenever we can see OEB, we tend to do so. The 1-2 fouled back. And same with the Release. A lot of really good teams. You saw a lot of Release Edwards last year. Definitely hoping to see more of them going forward, as well as see this group coached by Vince Dolcimaccio. Want to see the 18U group as well. But on top of that, if you want us to cover your team in the 965 Midwest Challenge going forward, let us know. And on top of that, if you're going to be at the NABF World Series and want us to be at your pool play games, let us know too. The sites matter a lot as to where we go, but at the same time, fan viewership and interest is a peak thing for us too that we want to make sure we hit. The 1-2 again, fouled away. The summer is fun. We don't have too many days, but if we do the same amount of games as we did last year, we still have 72 to go. So at some point, you would have to think we can get your team in. And if you get rid of basketball, we have 70 left to go. You'd have to think at some point we can get you in. The 1-2 again. One more time. It seems like it's going to be one more time at least. A great battle, though. Gavin Davis versus Sam Laparo, the pitching battle. This time taken to the batter's box. Laparo's 1-2. Well, I might as well record a soundbite that just says foul ball from Davis. We'll do it again and just keep playing that until he straightens it out or something else happens. How many is that in a row now? 4? Maybe more at this point. But these are the at-bats that can really draw out a game and make it where a pitcher can't finish the job. And we're in the second inning talking about this. That one he takes. I was prepared just to say ditto. It'd just be easy to say that at this point because of how often it has happened. But a 2-2 count now on Gavin Davis in the 6th spot. Leparo back to work. And we are full as that ball will go to the backstop. DeFranco cruises on over to second base, and he is loving the battle from his pitcher. Full count 3-2. After Davis, again, it goes to Feather. Seems like a while ago we said that, but it is still true. Leparo, to end it. He will. Whoa. An inside strike 3 call for out number 2. And that'll silence Ohio Elite for a little bit as Leparo finds his first strikeout of the game. That one I want to roll back. We'll see exactly where it got. Most likely top right corner is where it nicked. But we'll see. It's close, but it's in character with what has been called a strike this weekend. So I do agree. Now, in most zones, I would say no. But this weekend, the inside strike has been called religiously here at Lakewood and even at Hudson. So with that in mind, yes, the call is correct. Leparo's 1-0, high. And it also could be our vantage point. Most boxes were high, but a little higher and a little further back here. Maybe a foot or two in between the fence. But we're right up in the action, but a beautiful viewing experience for us. The 2-0, that far 2 inside. So a 3-0 count on Feather with Chuco in the on-deck circle. Had some good swings in the last game, but has been great defensively. Going play for play with Cole Twardokis so far. There's strike 1. Leparo able to battle back in. Of course, his Wildcats losing in the regional semis to Jackson. So this is a personal battle for Leparo against Feather, a member of that Jackson team as we are full. I wonder if that ever happens in the summer. You get eliminated by a team, you take it personally, you have that one circled. It's like the guys who circle everybody drafted ahead of them. Do you do that? Do you not? Does it really matter at this point? It might. It wasn't the end of his career at Ignatius, or it was, but would it matter otherwise? As there is ball 4. That'd be an interesting question to ask. Is it a personal thing? And there's some rosters like OEB Rundgren last year where you had Holy Name and Padua guys breaking bread together. Doesn't happen all too often. But looking at Sam Leparo this past season for St. Ignatius, 30 innings of work, 32 strikeouts, a 2.05 ERA, 9 walks, a 3.556 strikeout to walk ratio. Quite impressive for the man going to Thomas More. And it'll be a 1-0 count to begin here on Chuco. And now even. But I will say across the board, the zone hasn't been our issue. It has been quite consistent no matter the game that we have seen, especially here at Lakewood where there's a better vantage point than Hudson to see balls and strikes where they are. The 1-1, Chuco has the right idea, shooting it right side, but foul. And thank you to Coach Dice for allowing us to use the box at Hudson. But if we're talking about simply seeing, okay, ball strike, we're right here. This is the best place that we are going to see it. Count 1-2 on Chuco, trying to keep this inning going. Leparo sets and delivers, and it'll miss high and in. In the third for Release, it'll be Higgins, Mihalik, and Powers, 9, 10, and 1 due up. 1-0 Release on top with a tying run for OEB in the scoring position of second base. Chuco, a drive, through into right field and down. He will stop at 1. DeFranco, the lead runner, comes home, and we are tied. Chuco, he goes to 2. He's safe. Relay home. It's not in time. OEB takes the lead. DeFranco will stop at 3rd. It is absolute madness at Lakewood High School. That ball went all across the yard, but never home. 2-1 OEB. Are we serious? Incredible. A 2-out rally to flip the game on its head. Sometimes you just have to laugh and enjoy the game of baseball. You never know what it is going to give you. In this case, absolute madness. On the 1-0 count, we will now see Mazzolini. So 2-0 count here. It'll go down as a basic RBI single for Chuco and extra advancement on the throws. Leparo's 2-0. Mazzolini takes on the inside of the plate for strike one. Mazzolini in the 9th spot is followed by Moppins in the 10. Some great defense from him behind the plate so far today. The 2-1, Mazzolini, right idea and right towards the release tripod, which is on the field. I do not think their game changer is in it right now. Unless it's invisible, which, that'd be nice, or it takes up less space. I know sometimes wish my setup took up less space, but you know what? We have the angles, it works. He'll be deuces on Mazzolini. Leparo deals high and in, and we are full. But some great base running. The difference right now is OEB has a 1-run lead in the bottom of the second. Leparo's payoff pitch. Mazzolini takes strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. Leparo gets strikeout number 2 on the evening, and he will take his walk off the diamond. Releases offense. They have some work to do when we return to the top of the 3rd inning. 2-1, OEB takes back the lead, their first lead of the championship game, and their first lead since the semifinals. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Well, we have an answer. The tripod is once again in use. I like it. A great way to get some film when you're at the plate. There it is, just hanging out of the dugout, ready to go. And so are we in the top of the 3rd inning. Release, they put on a good show offensively. They need to do it again here. Now down 2-1 to Ohio Elite in the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championship game for the 18U division. This matchup, you can just tell right now, it is going to be a grind for whichever team walks out of here with the hardware. Far from a gimme, and same with the 16U division right now, 4-2 in the 7th. Count now 1-1 as Davis is able to get that one in there on Higgins. 9-10 won this inning for Release. As Release as an organization, they competed in 3 different age groups in this tournament. They want to get a clean sweep. The 1-1, a nice block again from Moppins. I mentioned it earlier, if Ohio Elite is going to win, Moppins needs to put on a clinic behind the plate. A lot of good blocks so far and some good throws, including one that knocked off a runner. But for Davis, he needs to get back to the zone. Instead, Higgins grounder over towards left field, and he will sneak it through for a leadoff single. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Release, trailing for the first time in this championship game. Took it into left field. Snuck it right past the shortstop in Chuco. He did his job, and now Austin Mihalik will try and do the same thing. Mihalik wearing number 33, 211 average this past year in 22 games for Berea Mid-Park. This OEB team, you can definitely tell they want to try and find a way to get creative. But it's taken the other way into left field, and foul it goes. Which, of course, just the right idea is if you get stuck in that corner, odds are you are not making out of it unless you want to give up a run. And then from there, you're probably going for second base. From first, odds are they score, which is still crazy considering it is the left side of the field. But I still think they would. Quick throwback, not in time, over towards first. Count 0-1. OEB looking to hang on to their 2-1 lead in the third. Davis sets and fires. It is going to get past Moppins, and it'll be a free base for Higgins. So the tying run back in scoring position for Release. Nothing crazy there, just taking advantage of the passed ball and moving on from it. Davis getting ready to go. His 1-1. Sharp grounder over towards right field and through. Will they send home the lead runner Higgins? They will not. He stops at third. And now the runner, he goes to second base. And just like that, Mihalik's in scoring position. You have Higgins in front. And we go back to the top with Trey Powers trying to knock in both. But it's back-to-back base hits. And just like that, you can just feel the momentum switching in favor of Release. This offense is one of the best that we will see all season. And they have proved why time and time again. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning for OEB, their job's far from done. They need the top of the order to come back up and get some good swings. Davis takes his time before the 1-0 as he will sail it high. Just incredible to see all the depth as well that Release has brought to the table in this championship game. A lot of guys available today, including some fresh pitching. They were the benefactors of a forfeit win, which does give them really an extra round of pitching to use at some point in this tournament, which they'll use now. And right now for OEB, they just need Davis to get the strike zone going again. A 3-0 count. They do have maybe a couple of emergency arms if needed. But for the likelihood of this game going forward, Davis will be their guy. But there's strike one. A good response, still a mountain to climb in this at-bat against Trey Powers, the lefty. But it is a start. For Davis here, just go outside. Try to bring it to the corner of the zone. Nothing too good. He does. Powers puts it into left field. It is going to be caught for out number one. And the runners are going to stay put on an excellent relay in from left. A nice throw from Joey Mazzolini. He just saved a run. That is what you want out of your left fielder. Excellent plays. They don't really get used all too often, but when they do and they can make an impact just like that, you'll take it. You have three juggernauts at the top of the order, all with an equally good chance to tie up the game. One has been shut down. Now it goes to Braden Harrison. Again, not an easy guy to take care of here. And that ball, is it live? Yes, it is. But no action. An excellent fire drill effort from Ohio Elite. Everybody just running to the ball, making sure that if they threw home, it didn't get behind. No throw in the end. Kind of surprised not to see one. Of course, the runner staying put. Really surprised about that, too. Usually when you have that kind of play, you expect them to go. You'll throw the ball and hope for the best. But a 2-0 count here on Harrison with Berglund in the on-deck circle. Again, it just falls on Gavin Davis, needing to settle in. He's been waiting for this opportunity, and I think he came into today knowing that he was going to be the man. The 2-0, this one will get away, and this one is going to tie up the game at 2. Higgins easily able to come across and score for Release. A nice job reading the down angle, but of course, if they did it the first time, this could be a 3-2 game with that one in mind. But it's a 3-0 count on the lefty. And in the on-deck circle, arguably the best player in this tournament this weekend statistically, as we've mentioned a few times, in Bobby Berglund. And the 3-0 is to the backstop. They will send home Mihalik, and he is going to score with ease. Release has taken back their lead 3-2. Excellent base running altogether for Release. And now time is called by Ohio Elite as they want to talk things over. Just a runner at first with one down, but what seemingly was a good response offensively now needs to be more in the bottom of the inning. As well, we do have a 16U champion. Who won? Release Jones will be your 16U Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament champions, taking down Release Garcia. So right now, Release Edwards, Release Jones won? So Jones and Edwards right now, winners. Dulce Machio looking to add his name to that list. It's an 18U division, but playing with a 17U team. But of course, a lot of talent on his roster. And same with this talented team in front of him in Ohio Elite. A really good team just trying to put the pieces back together in this one. So plenty of ball to be played, but this could easily become a higher scoring affair. And I would kind of be surprised if it didn't. We've had so many good games this weekend. This is game number 10 for us in this tournament. Usually we don't see anywhere near that many in one tournament. Maybe 8 because we did 2 pool play and then some tournament championships. But here, we've seen a lot of it in a couple of different age groups, and it has been all fun to watch. We saw a bunch, of course, the 15Us yesterday all in a row. And this is our 5th in the 18U division. The 0-1 blocked. It is Bobby Berglund back in the batter's box for Release. Couple of base runners this inning, a lineup and a walk, the damage from Release in the top of the 3rd. But Berglund stands at 0-1 today. The 1-1 sails high. Nice stop there from Moppins behind the plate, but down at first, you're seeing a very aggressive leadoff from Harrison. Could he be thinking about taking off at some point? Definitely could be well within the realm of possibility. Davis is 2-1, skips in, Moppins will block, runner will go, and he is going to be safe. Harrison has been aggressive on the bases at first, just trying to get that lead, and in the end, he gets his lead and gets his base. So the count 3-1 with Matt McKee in the on-deck circle. Question is, would OEB be willing to make a pitching change? If that is what they deem the best way forward is. Berglund, fly ball into right field, and it is going to drop in no man's land. It will split second and right. Some miscommunication out there as it'll be on paper a single for Bobby Berglund. Nobody touched it. That's the rule. So 2 on, 1 down. Matt McKee will step in. Once again, RBI double so far in this game. Had the go-ahead / walk-off 2 RBI double in the first game. Going forward, he is in a good spot to do it again. At least bringing in 1. Just like Berglund having a couple of days of the season as that ball is going to bounce off of Moppins. So 2 runners now in scoring position for Ohio Elite. Or rather for Release. But this OEB team, they need to find their answer. Whether it be some great defense, a great play, cutting off a run coming home, something along those lines. They need to find it. Otherwise, Release can get their biggest lead of the night. Only 2, but for this Release team, given how strong they are, 2 seems like an infinite number. But of course, if Matt McKee decides he wants his 3rd triple of the championship rounds, odds are it will be 5-2. Davis is 2-0. McKee will take. After Matt McKee, it goes to Jack Collins, the first baseman who doubled his last time up off the wall. Chance to double it up in the same game as well. The 3-0. That is high for ball 4. And the bases will be loaded with one down in the top of the 3rd inning. McKee will take his trot. And it is officially Jack Collins' time in Lakewood. 1 for 1 with a double. But Matt McKee's excellent form right now, contagious. Bases juiced. The goal is to simply cut off a run at home or get a double play. Collins, though, gets jammed up on the infield. It'll be an infield fly. And it is going to be caught over at short for out number 2, but it doesn't matter. That'll definitely help things out. A nice little grab over there by Chuco. So now it goes to Leo D'Angelo, who struck out looking his first time up, but has had some good barrels this tournament. Once again, next inning, we go back to the top for OEB. And they will call that one a ball. A really good spot from Davis, at least from our vantage point. But that could just be the back and forth where they each score 2 and just keep canceling each other out. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. The 1-0, sharp grounder going over towards short, and it's just going to get behind him. Chuco knocks it down, but not quick enough as D'Angelo drives in the 4th run of the game for Release. A 2-run lead in hand. The bases remain loaded, and that'll turn it over to Cole Twardokis. I believe that one, since he touched it and could have made a play, will go down as an E6. This is where the game can truly be blown open. Not necessarily a chance to win the game, so to speak, but in principle, we'll get close. That ball, it is to the backstop, and that is run number 5. Berglund takes off from 3rd and easily trots his way in. And he'll get met by his teammates at the front of the dugout. Still 2 runners in scoring position. This Ohio Elite team fighting with all they have left. Does Release just have more? Davis is 1-0. Skips away from Moppins again. They will send another run home. And that is going to make it 6-2. Matt McKee this time. 4-run lead in hand. 2 consecutive pass balls bounced in. It's just not going right now for Ohio Elite. Just 1 runner left on the bases. But before this at bat, you were talking about a relatively close game going forward. The 2-0 is laced into center field, still going back, and it is going to be tracked down and caught in center by McGrath to retire the side. Not an easy grab by any stretch of the imagination for him out there, but he makes the play, and it will stop there for Release. But you guessed it, another 5 spot in this tournament. Every single time they find rhythm, they plate 5. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. It is Release dominating up 6-2 in the championship game. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Release has made their call to the bullpen here, it looks like. It'll be Matt McKee coming on to throw in the bottom of the third inning. 6-2, Release in control. McKee's first pitch taken over towards second. Harrison to Collins. It's 1 up, 1 down. It'll be an Ignatius duo then doing the pitching today. Laparo, his night is done. McKee steps in, and in his place in right field, it'll turn on over to Mihalik. So with 1 away, that'll bring us on over to the top of the order with Xavier Lasecki. Lasecki 0 for 1 with a ground out to Twardokis at short. But as things stand in this one, domination for Release. It's going to be their third title in as many tournaments at this competition this year. Did they sweep last year? There's a chance they did. The 1-0 low. I know they won the top 2. The question is who won the 15 U's. They don't compete in the 14 U's, but 15, 16, and 18. Because both last year at Hudson were 16U wins for Release. Whether the one team won it or not, they were both Release. Here, Edwards won it. We are in line for a clean sweep this year. But if that's the case, what an invitation that is to other organizations to try and dethrone the champions. If this happens, we might have to ask ourselves, what is going to be more likely? A non-Release team wins this tournament, or the Terriers don't win the NABF? The 3-1 will connect at the top of the zone for strike 2, and we are full. Of course, the Terriers have won 4 consecutive titles, and we'll look for number 5 in July. The payoff pitch, McKee throws it low for ball 4, and Lasecki will take his base. Just good patience all the way around there by Xavier Lasecki. It's not the nicest looking play. It's not a big double or anything, but it's piecing it together, and that's all you can ask of him to do right now. This game going forward is easier said than done of how it's going to end up finishing. But if you can go out here and put your best foot forward, that's all you can do at this point in the game, as this OEB team has fought well. High pop-up now off towards the left side, and it is going to go foul as it is seen away by Higgins. So an 0-1 count here on the lefty McGrath. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. And that one, did it hit him? They're going to say no. And Lasecki will take second in the process. Definitely a close one to see if it did clip him or not. I think right now OEB will just take anything they can get. Base runner moving up is huge. You're going to have to come back at some point in this game. As this one will be skied off towards left field, and it is going to be caught. Nice job tracking that one down and left for out number 2. That is Leo D'Angelo out there, and that'll bring us to Tucker Webb, the third baseman, who flew out to left his first time up. You have the runner over at second. You do not want to strand him here after allowing 5 in the top of the inning. If you just leave it 5 unanswered, Release is going to make that number a lot larger than 5. They tend to find a way to do just that. The first pitch will miss high for ball 1. And a beautiful night for baseball here at Lakewood High School. McKee's 1-0. Connects. And now 1-1. And now time is called. But definitely starting to get darker outside as we are entering the later hours of the day. McKee takes his time before the 1-1 and delivers a missile. Matt McKee has looked quite good since coming into the game to pitch. Really a do-it-all performance in these championships. As far as the semifinal and final combination goes, he has been doing it better than most. Don't know if we've seen a guy just pitch this well and hit this well in the span of 2 games with this much on the line. Release, there has to be some pressure because everybody else has won this tournament in your organization. Deep fly ball to right, still carrying, And it is going to hit off the top of the wall. Webb will cruise to second. He now will take the turn and in the end stay put. It's an RBI double though for the former Keystone Wildcats, and that'll make it 6-3. Tucker Webb got the best part of that baseball and absolutely barreled it. That'll make this one a little bit closer going forward. They will not be empty-handed after getting a runner into scoring position. And maybe, just maybe, with a shorter fence, you'd be talking about a home run. But maybe that's the vote of confidence this group needed going forward. Now it turns to Brian Lapp, the EH. Lapp now puts a shot into right field, and it's down just foul. If that ball was fair, that probably would have scored another. But in the end, not so fast. It's an 0-1 count on the pitcher from game number 1. A rare case of going the distance, the full 7. In travel ball, it's not all that common. We've talked about that already today. But it is really extraordinary that he got it done. Now, in high school ball, it happens all the time. McKee got too much on the follow-through and puts that one in the dirt. Pass balls or anything negative could really hurt this Release team. They're up by 3, yes, but this OEB team is not going to go away quietly. The 1-1 again low. But a lot of credit to OEB. Usually at this point in the championship when Release has done well that's when the game's over and we're done in 3 or 4 innings. But this OEB team, they don't want to go out like that. They don't want to go out at all as Lapp puts this one into right field, and it is going to be caught by Mihalik to retire the side. Just subbed in for Matt McKee, and he is picking up where he left off. A pivotal putout shutting down the momentum that OEB was building. Off to the 4th inning we go. OEB gets a run back, but it is still Release's game to lose. 6-3 your score in Lakewood. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. A pitching change has been made for Ohio Elite. It is going to be Brady Feather coming on to throw. Max fastball right around 80. 73-74 in the changeup department. A 65 slider. Heading off to Mount Nazarene in the fall. He will look to settle things down here in the 4th. First pitch of Saravac taken for strike 1. But last inning, just a nice job getting out of the inning. A lot of damage done. But overall, 6-3, Release will live with it, and that ball is put down the line. A nice swing from Saravac as it'll be a leadoff single for the Bulldog. This Release team is picking up where they left off. Ended up batting 9. Saravac would have been the 10th man, the only man who did not bat last inning. And we now go to where they started that frame in Luke Higgins. A single for him and a single for Mihalik got it going. And then from there, everybody else pitched in. It took a village to make it happen, but everybody played their parts. Nice stop there from Moppins on a low pitch for ball one. Was 6-3, a really competitive championship game so far. You erase, though, the third inning when everything went awry. It's a different game. The 1-0, stuck but missed. Looking over at second base, that is now where Lasecki is. So we will have a new right fielder in the game. Feather taking his time here before the 2-0. And Higgins will get jammed up but foul. It appears Lapp has entered. Okay, that makes sense. So Lapp is going to be your first baseman. DeFranco is now in right. Lasecki moves over from there, and Feather is now pitching. And that should be the full change done and dusted. The 2-1 high for ball three. Again, Ohio Elite does not have any subs available, so if anybody else comes in, it is going to be the Christmas miracle of the century. You never know, somebody could find their way in. Feather takes his time here and delivers the 3-1. It's high and in for ball four. And just like last inning, Luke Higgins will reach, this time though with a walk. Just good patience from him, of course. He wanted to replicate what he just did. You always want to get the hit. The walk is helpful to your team, but in the box and once you get down the line, you're always thinking, man, I wish I could have done a little bit more. A good swing, something that felt nice off the bat. You want more than just a walk. But from a team perspective and a coaching perspective, they have to be thinking, hey, we got a runner. We had somebody who stepped up and made a play happen by doing nothing. We'll take that and see if somebody else can get the glamorous hit. Mihalik might be that guy. Feathers 0-1. And he will jam it up the middle, going towards short. They step on the bag for one, and there is the double play. Not quite. They're going to say he came off the bag. They get him up the middle. We'll watch it on the replay. I thought they had it. We'll see if they talk this one over and change anything. But as of right now, runners are at the corners. So we'll see here. Clearly, they step on the bag there. He did come off. He did. So I do think the call will be confirmed. But we're going to see here. I think the question is, did he have it in his glove and push off? That's how he came off. That would explain it. A big conversation here between these umpires, as an extra out would be huge for Ohio Elite in this game. We'll see what they say, and the call is safe. In my opinion, based on what we saw via the replay, they got this one right. Of course, they don't have video replay on their end, but up here, it's relatively easy to see what the call should be. I think we're eventually going to get to the point where video replay will be standard for travel baseball inside the park. I don't think it's too far away. High school ball, it's far away, but some sites like a Kent State and Akron, to get the facilities to have the equipment, it's not difficult. Maybe a sports zone would do it. One of our big sponsors over in Alliance. That ball, though, to the backstop. A high pitch. There's no movement other than the trail runner going to second, and that is Mihalik. But I think once Perfect Game starts to have more of their venues pop up, they'll be the ones to start it because they can have all the cameras across their facilities. Then from there, you'll have just a third member of the crew or a second member go over to a screen that has all the footage you need. It's complicated, but I think they'll do it. The 1-0 is high for ball two. Ohio Elite just needs to find the zone more consistently. The pitching. That is what it comes down to at the end of the day. They've scored 3 so far, but have allowed the 6, and a lot of it is all of the balls. As well, time 9:10. We are nearing the halfway point of this game. 9:15 would be the half. 10:30 is the time limit. The 3-0. It is there for a late strike call on Trey Powers. So far today, Powers A walk and a line out. 1 down, 2 on in the top of the 4th. That time, though, it's ball 4. Powers will take his base. And for the second consecutive inning, the bases will be loaded for Release. And that'll make way for Braden Harrison to try to unleash and really blow this game wide open. Already up by 3. You score a few more here, you're celebrating a trophy. Some of it in principle, some of it really in truth. Just depends what Harrison can make happen here. But if there were to be a double play for Ohio Elites, you could still get out of this inning without allowing a single run, which would be really impressive given how it started. Feathers 0-1. Harrison will take it inside. A lot of good competitive pitches now. After that 1. Those 2, it's good. It's not a large sample size, but it's enough to show what's coming. Harrison rolls over towards first, and it's going to go foul, which is really good for Ohio Elite. The reason why the hesitation, if he went directly home with it, he maybe had a chance. I think that time around, you don't want to give up that run. You just have to take the out. But again, in real game speed, real time, it could be a completely different decision. And I wouldn't hate that. The 1-2, Harrison, a drive deep to right field, and it is going to drop off the wall. 1 run will come in. Here comes number 2. Number 3 will stop. It'll be a 2 RBI double for Braden Harrison, and that'll make it 8-3 Release. It is now the 2 seed up by 5. But he absolutely demolished that baseball. Now, looking at it, I think Release would definitely take, or rather, Ohio Elite would rather take that grounder. But Braden Harrison does his job and does it well. Up by 5. The run roll might begin to be on their mind. So now Bobby Berglund will step in. So far, a single and a strikeout for him. And there is ball 1 high and in. But I believe we did confirm for the second straight year, if Release wins here, they would sweep the divisions 15-18. Which is incredible. Later on tonight or tomorrow morning, we will post the interviews from last night, just when we got home late and, well, had to be back here for a quick turnaround. The interviews kind of fell by the wayside, but we'll hear some words from 2 key players, along with Coach Edwards from last night's championship win for Release, as they begin their preparations for games later on in the week. But for Vince Dolce-Macchio right now, he has to be pleased with his group coming in 5-0-1 if this result holds. The former BW standout pitcher has to be very pleased. His college coach kept him home to coach at Release, and he is having a lot of success in that department. There is the throw to 1. It is in time for out number 2, but Berglund is able to drive in run number 9. So a sacrifice ground out makes it 9-3, a 6-run lead now. And with 2 away, here comes Matt McKee once again. 1 for 1 with a walk. And of course, that RBI double earlier on in the game. McKee takes a beautiful pitch down the middle. Nice little curveball being brought in there from Feather. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be DeFranco, Davis, and Feather. 5 through 7 due up for OEB. McKee, grounder over towards short. The throw to 1 on the run. Did he get him? No, McKee beats it out, and it'll be an RBI single. That'll make it 10-3 Release. He completely earned that one by sprinting it out as hard as he could. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs in game number 2 of the day. Not too shabby for 44. Just watching it back, just all the speed he needed. A tough play over at short. But yeah, zooming in, definitely safe. Still 2 down. And it is going to be Jack Collins stepping in. The 8th batter of the inning. 17 across the last 2 combined for Release. The 1-0, Collins takes it high. So 17 in the last 2. We had 8 in the first 2. Really shows the drastic change that we have seen. Count sitting at 2-0 on Jack Collins. And my goodness, a missile, but foul. Straighten that one out, and he is saying hello to the construction. Count 2-1. I'll tell you what, if the snack shack was open, the Lakewood famous hot dog would be in trouble. That ball would probably have destroyed a few of those glorious snacks. Again, just a creation of the PA announcer here at Lakewood, Ray Carr. Always a good time when Ray's here, not here today, as this is not a Lakewood game. Love to get him out for a couple NABF games to sit on the PA mic. He'd have a fun time with that, I'm sure. Runner goes in the 2-1. It sails high. Throw down a second. Won't happen. And McKee will slide and pop right back up with a stolen base. And he gives 2 big thumbs ups. He's loving it, and so is Release. 3-1 count here on Collins. Feather sets and delivers. It is going to bounce off the catcher's glove for ball 4, and McKee will make it runners at the corners as he advances to third. Again, Coach Dolshamashio very happy down at third. Time called again, it looks like, for Ohio Elite. And we'll see if this is a pitching change or just a settle down moment. It's never easy when you don't have the pitching to carry you through. A lot of guys missing this weekend, but this group has done well to be even in a spot that they're 5-0. And earlier, you saw what Lapp was able to create against a really solid Midwest Stars team. Went the distance, but you get to this game, especially in this tournament against Release. It's like trying to beat Lakewood here. It just doesn't happen. They have a great record playing out of Lakewood High School. Of course, have local bearings over at Baldwin Wallace in Berea. Release team, whichever team it is, they're just boys who love playing baseball, and they always wreak havoc. And it looks like the call to the bullpen will be made, or rather the call to the infield will be made. When we return, Tucker Webb will be on the mound for Ohio Elite as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championships on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Tucker Webb is ready to go for Ohio Elite in the top of the 4th inning. 10-3 your score as you are watching the Sam Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championships on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. His first pitch misses wide for ball 1. And that ball is going to sail on over. One more run here. The game could end in the 5th. 3 more, it could end right here in the 4th. But, of course, Ohio Elite will have a chance to answer. Their offense still strong. But right now, just given the landscape of the game, pitching is key. Better pitching from Release in this game. And that's the reason why they are in the driver's seat to walk out of here with yet another Diamond League Tournament Championship title to show for it. Their 3rd title of the year. They won 15, they won 17, and now a chance to win 18. Didn't compete in 14. They're cruising. Runner goes, pitches wide, and there will be no such throw down to second base. So Collins easily able to cruise in there and take seconds. Again, one of the tallest guys on this roster, standing at 6'7", 225. So 2-1 counts. And there is the swing and miss. After D'Angelo, it'll turn over to Twardokis. 2-2 counts. D'Angelo looking to keep the inning going. And that is going to bounce in right back to his glove and hand, and we are full. And they will say it's full down there. 3-2 the counts. Leo D'Angelo reached on an error his last time up. Here's the payoff pitch, and it is gunned up the middle into right center field and down. 1 run will score. Collins will come around and score as well. It is a 2 RBI single for Leo D'Angelo. He brings the boom, and that will make it 12-3 Ohio Release, excuse me. Just what a game for Release. They have dominated. They have gotten it done. And again, another new face steps up in this game. We've seen him this weekend. It's not a matter of having guys step up all in the same game. A couple guys step up a game. And that's what makes this team such a dangerous group to face. You get to the point where, okay, in one game, X player is going to be their standout. The next game, somebody else. Or maybe it's the same player for 2 games in the case of Matt McKee. It just happens so often that this team finds a top performance from their number 1 guy and then their number 8 out of nowhere. You look at this box score today. Harrison a double. Powers, really not too much this game, but 2 walks. Berglund an RBI. McKee a pair of RBIs. He's reached all 3 times. D'Angelo some RBIs. Collins some good swings. Twardokis the defense. Saravac a single. Higgins the single. Mihalik the single. And again, Twardokis an impact swing. And that'll be his first base hit of the day. Now 1 for 3. Point being, this team just continues to find playmaker after playmaker. And they have all been making plays tonight at Lakewood High School. And they are run away from forcing Ohio Elite's hand to try and score a run to keep this game going. And it's Mason Saravac's turn to try and do the damage. Heavy swing. Tried to pull back. But just too much power behind it as it'll go down as a strike. The ball's 1 strike on Saravac, who is 1 for 2 in this championship game. Lead runner goes. Saravac pulls over towards first. And there is the out recorded. A nice little put out there from Ohio Elite. And they will force the 5th inning. But their offense, down by 9, needs somebody to step up when we return to Lakewood. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Lakewood High School. 12-3 your score. After a 5 spot at the top of the third, Release comes back out and one-ups it with a 6 spot in the top of the fourth inning. Up by 9, they are 6 outs away from walking out of here as tournament champions, going 5-0-1 on the weekend. McKee's first pitch there for strike 1. For Ohio Elite, it is going to be Ben DeFranco, Gavin Davis, and Brady Feather. 5, 6, and 7 do up this inning. And a strong ground ball over towards short. It's Twardokis. His throw to 1 is there. Nice job by Collins to step on the bag while also putting down the tag for out number 1. This is where Release can easily get complacent and lollygag, if you will. But if they can continue to make the plays that they have been making from the start to now, that'll be a great sign of resolve and a great sign of things to come for this team. These are free reps and a free way to show your opponents this is what you bring to the table. But this one is absolutely smothered deep to left center, and down it goes. A perfect swing from Gavin Davis, and he will be in with a 1-out double. Absolutely got a barrel to that baseball and let it rip. So just like that, Ohio Elite's offense starting to find their rhythm once again. The offense was never the question going into this game. We knew Ohio Elite can score runs. We know they can swing the bat quite well. And again, they show how. But the defense needs to make some plays and they need to step up. But even before that, the offense needs to make it where this game extends past the 5th inning, which is easier said than done. McKee's 1-0, Feather underneath it, a fly ball off towards left field, and foul it goes. As well, for those curious, it is around 9:30, 9:27 to be exact. So we have about an hour left to go until we reach the time limit. The championship game, 2.5-hour time limit opposed to only 2. I do like that change, but right now with 15 runs and a disproportionate amount of runs per team, the 2 could make more sense. But at least as things stand, Ohio Elite not giving up. And all it takes is one good inning, just like those 5 and 6 innings that we just saw from Release. If things go their way, a couple of bounces fall in their favor. You add 5 runs to their tally, all of a sudden you're staring down a 12-8 ball game. With still time to work. The 2-1, a nice block behind the plate from Berglund. Count now 2-1. After the lefty Feather, it goes to Chuko, the shortstop, who has an RBI single to his name. And there is ball 4. Well, he just called 2-1, I thought. I'm so confused. We had 3-1 up here. That makes a lot more sense. So Feather will take his base, putting on a pair with 1 down for Chuko. So 1 spot filling in the same exact way that it did last time around. A walk for Feather. An RBI single for Chuko. He would definitely take that here. OEB needs a swing like that to get back in this game. And then a few more just like it. I think for them going the distance and playing 7 innings would be a victory. But of course they want to go for the dub and try to take one away from this team. Of course, after McKee, if they get to him, what kind of arms do they have left? There's somebody in the bullpen, but in shorts, so probably not an active player. The 0-1 hits the bottom of the zone. But just when McKee shows signs of weakness, getting right back into it, finds the zone, and has a strike away from finding his 2nd out of the inning, which he will get there. Perfectly placed, and that was nasty. His whole dugout absolutely loved it, pretty much stunned. His first strikeout of the day is a beaut. So 2 down now for Joey Mazzolini. But Matt McKee trying to settle it down and get out of here as he just continues going to that pitch. It's an 0-1 count. It moves so far, so quick. It is nearly unhittable. Does he go for it for a 3rd time? Not quite. Runs the fastball a little too low. I was about to say, if it just keeps working, keep throwing it and see what happens. All fun and games until one gets away from him. The 1-1 Mazzolini fouls it off down the right side. So now a 1-2 count on the former NDCL Lion. This past season, a .358 average with 11 RBIs, 3 doubles, and 1 triple. On top of that, 12 stolen bases. The 1-2, Mazzolini, a ripper over towards short. It is caught by Twardokis, and the inning is over. How in the world did he catch that? It looked like he was just going to simply knock it down. He went for the gold and got the medal in the end. The effort is still top-notch for Release. It doesn't matter where they are in the game. Up by 9 in this case. Close game. Again, it doesn't matter. This team battles with all they have. And there it is on display again. To the 5th inning we go, 12-3, all Release in the 18U championship game at the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Five runs and 6 runs. The last 2 innings for Release have been magical. To the 5th inning we go, what could be the final of this year's Diamond League Tournament. Always a great time honoring the legacy of Tim Lally, who did so much for travel baseball in the Northeast Ohio area. And Release looks to honor him 3 different times, winning 3 different titles. Impressive to see how good they have been across the board. Talked about Coach Harrison quite a bit over at Baldwin Wallace. Matt Rosinski as well, a big piece of it. And now all the young coaches they're getting in. You have Jared Edwards, of course, assistant over at Lakewood. You have the young pitchers, formerly of the OAC, and Jacob Rocky, and Release's current coach today, and Vince Dolsamaccio. You're getting in a lot of top-tier managers who easily, in 5 to 10 years looking back, could all be head coaches somewhere, high school or collegiately. I do think that Vince Dolsamaccio will stay with BW, and then from there, get an opportunity potentially to go back out west to where he's from and be a head skipper in the Division III realm or even D1. Who knows? He could be the man to take USC back to their glory days, but already they found their way into the College World Series. The question is, do they win it? And I'm going to say no. The 1-0 driven foul. And with that, this is the time of year where baseball always gets that uptick. You have the MLB going, yes, but college baseball, stories like West Virginia with country roads at the end of every single game, their comeback in the actual regional against Kentucky in an elimination game to win the regional, to beat Cal Poly in the super regional. It's a fun watch, and now they're going to the World Series. Relay race to first base will be won by Ohio Elite for out number 2. A nice cover play there from number 4, the pitcher, in Tucker Webb. So 2 down now. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Powers. But this is where Ohio Elite needs to make their stand and give themselves a fighting chance to go into the bottom of the inning to force the 6th. Powers thus far, pair of walks and a line out. Looking into the bottom of the inning, it is going to turn over to the bottom of the order for Ohio Elite, and then back to the top we go. Again, their goal is simple. Just try to keep the game alive. Swing and a miss on the 1-0. And now 1-1. Top 5, 1-1 count, 2 down, bases cleared for release. Webb takes his time, sets and delivers. And that one will skip off the catcher's glove. Make sure that you stay tuned after our final commercial break. And when this game is done, as not only will we have our player of the game announcement brought to you by the CrossFit Strongsville, we will also, on top of that, have the trophy celebrations. The 2-1, a good rip over towards second base, first base. A nice cover play from first base in the middle of both. Picks it up, steps on the bag, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Last chance for Ohio Elite, down 12-3 in Lakewood. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. It'll be Mason Saravac on the mound for release to try and close this one out in the bottom of the 5th inning. 12-3 your score. It is simple. No more runs or one more run. Ohio Elite is done. 2+, we would continue. So Saravac had a pretty simple job just to nail things down and put on the finishing touches. Pretty much dotting I's and crossing T's in the bottom of the 5th inning. The offense, 11 combined runs in the 3rd and 4th inning. That's all the damage it took to win this game. And they will walk out of here as the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament champions. Saravac, so too, swing and a miss, 1 up, 1 down. And this is where they go out here and have some fun with yet another pitcher. We saw Matt McKee get that strikeout, a perfect lollipop in. That time gets the swing and miss. It's a battle of which is more satisfying. But for release, the most satisfying play is whatever one gets them out of here with the win. And right now it's Saravac just gunning in fastball after fastball. Be interesting to see what he is topping at tonight. The 0-1 off the plate. Not a bad spot. Trying to get creative going on the outside against Xavier Lasecki, the leadoff hitter. Saravac back to work, now high misses. Once again, stick with us for our Player of the Game presentation brought to you by CrossFit Strongsville. After, of course, our presentation of the winner's banner. A new thing this year, as the winner will get a banner for their facility, or if they have no facility, somebody's house. Could be a really fun lawn ornament going forward. Forget your Christmas tree, put that up in the middle of your living room. But I really do like that idea. A great idea from John. The 3-1 though, high for ball 4. Lasecki will reach via the walk. And that'll bring up Owen McGrath, the center fielder. A ground out and line out for him so far today. Over 2 in this championship game. But definitely getting late. But good to see Release bringing in some pitchers. Laparo, 2 innings of work. And then McKee took over. And from there, Saravac has done his thing. Albeit a very small sample, but he is still doing a good job in the 5th. Definitely a tough call for player of the game, just given all the craziness that happened. But I will say Release showed what they are about yet again. They always come out of the big moments and make it happen. Whether it be a big offensive sequence, 2 of them, the defense. Today they put everything together. 2 of the 3 runs that have scored were on 1 mistake. Other than that, only 1 run scored. Quite impressive from Release Dolcemaccio. A good grounder, but fouled on the right field line. Collins was close to it. In the end, saw it down, and off the fence it goes. So the count will remain 1-2 on the lefty McGrath, with Tucker Webb in the on-deck circle. But for Ohio Elite to only have 10 guys and battle the way they have tonight, you have to tip your caps to them. The 1-2, again a survival swing. McGrath just keeping it going. As of right now, it looks like this game is going to clock in just under 2 hours, around 1 hour and 45-ish. Right now, 9:42, so that kind of anticipates just a few more minutes more of baseball tonight at Lakewood High School. The 1-2, just off. And I think Saravac wanted that one. Definitely looked good from here, but just a little too far off. Back to work for the 2-2, and again, McGrath will battle. Still good fight from this Ohio Elite team down the stretch. This game might be done, but they are not giving up, and they are not letting off the gas until it is officially over. Both teams have fought well tonight. The 2-2, it's in the dirt, and we are full. So the game-saving run could be aboard here with a walk. Of course, it would take a lot for him to come around and score. Payoff pitch, beautiful from Mason Saravac. 2 down, his 2nd strikeout of the inning. And Release is 1 out away from getting out of here, sweeping the 15, 16, and 18 age divisions. Impressive what this organization has done. This one is going to be chopped over towards shortest, Twardokis. His throw to 1. It is going to be late, and the game will continue. A good effort from Cole Twardokis over at short. Couldn't make the highlight reel play to close it out. So he will have to have this one continue and see what he can do the next time if he gets another chance. But an infield single, a nice scamper down the line from Webb. And that'll bring us to Brian Lapp, the EH. A ground out and a fly out in this one so far as he pitched game number 1, going the distance. 7 innings, 5 Ks in the win over the Midwest Stars. Of course, Release in a really distant memory now, winning the first game of the day, 8-6. A walk-off win for Matt McKee. Game 2 close until it wasn't, and game number 3 a good start, and then the floodgates opened for Release Dolcemaccio. The 1-1 breaks in for strike 2, and Ohio Elite is down to their final strike. Release Baseball going for the trifecta. And Mason Saravac will get it done. 15U, 16U, 18U. Release has conquered them all at the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament. Release Dolcemaccio 5-0-1. They are your winners this evening, and they will take home the hardware. They remain undefeated on the year as well. When we return, we will have our trophy ceremony, along with it, our player of the game presentation, as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championships on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Well, there you have it. The celebration is on for Release Dulce Machio, getting the 12-3 win tonight over Ohio Elite. And they will be your 18U Sam Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament champions for the 2026 season. What a run for them. 5-0-1. They remain undefeated, just like Release Edwards. And they will have that target on their back. It is the cost of success sometimes to have that target on their back, but they will wear it as a scarlet letter. But with more pride than that, they will wear it proudly as a medal of honor, a medal of valor, so to speak, as they look to remain undefeated. The number 2 seed once again comes in here. They get the win in convincing fashion as well. But of course, you look at this game, a lot of key contributors, but you have to turn to the guy who reached base all 3 times, drove in 2 runs, and is the reason you got here. So your player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville, once again, will be Matt McKee. He takes the honors twice today, deservingly so. He was the catalyst, a big reason why Release is celebrating right now, and more importantly, a big reason why this group is undefeated. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. Up next this week, 3 games at Kent State as a part of the 965 Midwest Challenges College Tour. 11, I believe, is the first start time, so 11, 1:15, and 3:30 should be the game times. Teams TBD. I have the list somewhere. It is not on me. Those game links will be up very soon, so once they're up, make sure you go on there and Make plans to go and spend your Wednesday afternoon with us at the ballpark at Schoonover Stadium on the campus of Kent State University. But until then, we are going to say goodnight from Lakewood High School again. Thank you to Coach Graves and everybody at Lakewood for allowing us to use their press box over the past couple of days to broadcast these games. 12-3, your final release gets the job done. They are now 5-0-1 on the season. And I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Lakewood High School. A beautiful night for baseball once again, and a beautiful championship win for Release Baseball as you have been watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championships on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning in, whether it be for one game or all of our covers this weekend. And as always, we will see you again next time.